In the last lecture, you learned the fifth way to increase your Twitter followers, which is to follow top Twitter users, see how they address their audience, see what's working for them, and really model them. You can organize them into Twitter lists if you want to monitor them even more closely. So we've covered 5 ways of the 10 ways in this list. We're moving on to point 6 now, which is the second half of the list, and we're starting off with a big one here. This is the poster boy formula. Now you might have noticed that I've changed this from mention other people to poster boy formula. This is just, I think, helps wrap up the point a little bit better. I'm borrowing this name from a guy called Brian Harris. He wrote a post on this about how to use this strategy in general. And I think he's the guy who came up with that name, poster boy formula. But I'm showing you how to adapt this strategy to Twitter, and also exactly how you're going to use this strategy on Twitter. Essentially, you're being a poster boy. You are giving a mini testimonial in your tweets. That's essentially what we're going to do. Now, let me explain. What we're talking about here is really mentioning other people in tweets. Remember that if you include the @username in your tweet, people will get to see your tweet in their notifications tab. So if you remember, one of the key challenges with Twitter is that the news feed is real time. So it's very, very easy to miss content on Twitter. So to get more attention, what you can actually do is mention people in your tweets. So for example, let me show you my notifications tab here. This is a notification I got from Jenny about that she had mentioned me in a tweet. Now, if I looked at my homepage and saw a similar tweet, I probably would have missed Jenny's post, but because she's included my name, it's shown up in my notification tab, and that really helps to extend the shelf life and exposure of your tweets. So this is what we're doing here. This is a key part of the poster boy formula strategy. You're going to include the usernames in your tweet, just like Jenny has done here. Now we're getting on to the actual the mini testimonials part. So you're going to use this poster boy strategy to supercharge your retweets. You want to get the attention of influential people and Twitter accounts by mentioning them in tweets. But not only mentioning them in tweets, you're going to show them the results that you've gotten by reading their blog, taking their course, using their service, using their app, etc. Because everybody is desperate for testimonials for their business, and every single person will retweet a mini testimonial because it really makes them look good to their audience. Just remember that people are crying out for other people to say that their product, their service, their course, their blog post is good, because that makes them look better. And if we come all the way back to the start of the course here, one of the main points I said is, remember, don't just share things about yourself, share things that people will retweet. And anybody, if you say something good about a product, a result that you got, you can guarantee that somebody is going to retweet that because it makes them look good. So let me give you an example. Even Jenny here, she's mentioned my article. She hasn't got a result. She isn't showing a result that she's got out of it yet, but still I'm going to retweet that. I'm going to expose her to my audience because it makes me look good. Also, let's have a look at some of the other things that I've retweeted on my profile here. A lot of it is people just saying, okay, so sharing some articles. I've retweeted those. Let me come down here. I think I've got a couple of good examples. So here we go. Tony Lopez, he says, really useful course. He mentions my course, mentions my name, and he includes a link to it there. So obviously I'm going to retweet Tony and expose him to my audience because he's said something positive about me. It's essentially a mini testimonial. You can see he's included the hashtags, he's mentioned my names. So obviously I'm going to retweet that. Now let's look at some other examples down here. Here's another example. Someone taking my course, they're just recommending it to their friends, and obviously I'm going to retweet that because it makes them look good. Now, not only can you do this, you could do this for this course you're taking right now. I'd be delighted to hear your mini testimonial, and I will definitely retweet that out if you mention me, so I can just have a notification about that. But any product, service that you have used throughout this course. We've listed out tons of different tools. Canva. I'm going to put together a proper list up here at the end of the course, but literally there will be, I don't know how many tools you would have used in this course. Lead Pages is one that comes to mind for me straight away. I've got fantastic results from using their service, and I will be sending a tweet out to them, including their name, as a sort of mini testimonial. Now that could extend into a bigger testimonial, like a blog post, a case study. You never know where these things can really go. But using this course, using the services that you've used in this course, you really have a huge amount of content already about things that you've gotten results out of. And people are very inclined to retweet these mini testimonials because it makes them look good to their audience. And that's what it's really all about at the end of the day. So this is a very, very powerful strategy. You've got everything you need now in order to execute on this. You can start by even just saying, for me here in this course, you can say you've taken this course, you're really enjoying it. You can say, I've set up my Facebook page, here's a link to it, and thanks to you, I've got it set up. Here's a link to my Twitter account. You know, thanks for setting up. Here's a link to my WordPress website that I've just set up. And thanks to your section of the course, I was able to get that set up. You can link to the actual post if you want the notes on the course. So it's a very, very powerful way to get the attention of people. Making other people look good is a guaranteed way that they're going to expose you and give you more visibility to their audience. So take that seriously. I would encourage you to implement the poster boy strategy, and kudos once again to Brian Harris for really coining that. And you can check him out through that link if you want as well. He does a lot of good stuff about email marketing. All right, so the next point, the seventh way that you can increase your Twitter followers is to join a trending